Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we are preparing for Ramadan, and I just thought I'll share how I prepare my Ramadan and makes it easier for me. Well, you can see that we have a range of blended spices here, so I'm just going to be mixing my seasoning, just a simple seasoning, not anything extra, so that everyone can understand. So I'll just try and explain it detail and we're good to go. So this is my garlic here. I've got garlic, ale, lach, and here I've got my greens, which I've actually made it easier by putting it on this plate. So I've got parsley, thyme, rosemary, and I've got coriander as well, and these green chilies. So that's what I've got here. I'll just add this over here because this is the coriander. Make some coriander. That's the green chilies because I was cooking a stew and I put it into these plates. So that's these green chilies. Can you see? Right, so I'll just put that in. Right, so I'll put everything here. This is the coriander meeting the parsley, rosemary, and thyme. And that's my green chilies. So I'll just start first with the green seasonings. Oops. Green seasonings there, just to reduce all the stuff. Oop. Yeah, board is nice and clean. So that's the green chili. Don't put a lot because it depends on how hot you want your seasoning, but I don't like it too hot, so I just like to put a decent amount for my green seasoning. So what I tend to do is I tend to blend all the leaves together on one side because they don't have a lot of water. Then these are my spring onions. That's jabba jambo, spring onions, muy some onion vert, and that's what I've got here, some onion vert. Okay, so mbokk yi daal tey daal ñu defar nag suñ épice mélange boo xam ne nag bari fem isil leen ko mu jàppale leen ci koor gi, def tamit koor gi dafa métti. Lii tamit mun na laa save time bu bari boo xam ne di nga mun a doxal sa dox yéen a ba gën a xam su ko defee nag ñu dem dugal nag ngay génnee rek di sànni si soow. So you can use this in your stews, in everything you're cooking. So can you see it's got some water here? So this is the whole reason why I blend it separated. I separate it and blend it on its own. So the remaining here, what I do is I normally just keep it in a box and just keep it because I like spring onions and I love to put it as a flavor enhancer in my stews. Muy sun chuyek yoyu non dama ko def rek bay ko rek mo mu nekk ci ben box mun nga ko bay nonu su la nexé nga def yeb jaxase. Right, so I'm gonna put the greens as well. The greens I actually showed you. Yes, again. Swing head to verte, then you can jitter. So here I've got red onion, this one here. Red onions, onion rouge. Yes, again. And this is my bell peppers, the different color bell peppers, green, red, and yellow. Muy sun poivron. Okay, so poivron. You can see it's got a lot of water as well. Onion yi ak poivron yi dañuy faral di bari ndox motax ñom mën nga leena ñëk wolé bor nga xamné bu len bolé loloy waral nak ngay defar seasoning du neex ndik ni ko wolé moy génné goût bi. So I'm just explaining why most of the time you blend a lot of spices together and you can't it doesn't taste nice because there's a lot of water in the vegetables. You can use it somewhere else, but when you're mixing the seasoning you don't want any water. So you can see I've added this now. And I'm going to be adding, can you see, this is my hot scotch bonnet pepper. I'm not going to be adding all, but let me give you a better zoom because you can see I've put some black pepper there. I blended it with some black pepper. On the top it's just plain hot pepper, but I blend some with black pepper and I add it to my seasoning. Can you see? So that's perfect. The rest I also put in a box and just keep it aside. Use it whenever I need to use scotch bonnet. I don't need to take it out from the freezer and start chopping it or doing anything with it. So this is a lifesaver, guys. You can just take out a day in your time and just do all this. Put it in a big container back in the fridge and it's a lifesaver. Right, so I'll put my ginger as well. Can you see? That's like, just try and use the same spoon for everyone. So once you're putting, you'll know. Ginger is very strong, so I wouldn't put as much as I put the other ones for the ginger. Wow, ndax gingembre bi moom xam ngeen ne dafa tànga. So leen a def leen lu em rek, ñu def lu em rek. Gis ngeen. Everything is natural and perfect. So you don't need to add too much additives or worry about other stressful other illnesses or anything that causes harm to your health. So this is all natural ingredients, and I'm promoting healthy eating, obviously. Sometimes I cook, get out of the way, but like I said, at least let's try to stick to the base as much as possible and make sure what we're making is all natural ingredients and try to get the best vitamins out of it. Also make our stews nice. That's my garlic. For the garlic, I'll be putting everything inside because the garlic has to be a lot. Gis ngeen like bi moom na bari. El dafa el bi si biir el bi moom na ëppa. So the garlic always have to be more than the ginger if you're making a seasoning. Bear that in mind. Do not put a lot of ginger because it takes off all the taste. Ginger is very strong. Make sure you put a decent amount and that should be good to go. Right, so what I do next is I have my blended spices here. These are my mustard seeds, grain de moutarde, coriander, grain de coriander, which is coriander seeds, mustard seeds, cumin seeds as well. Muy cumin. So yooyu lay jël rek daal di ko yéen a ma gën a xam rek daal di ko def nii moro ko nii def jóge gu forox yéen a ma gën a xam daal ak yeneen xeeti spice. I love bay leaves, you know that I always put it in my seasoning. Muy laurier ngeen jël ko nag boole ko si. So like I said, list it on the screen again, make everyone understand. If you have any question, just hit this comment on the comment section and I'll let you know. So I always try to make sure that I always powder my grains. This is to ensure that it releases the best flavor as possible. So as long as you just make sure you get a blender, and it comes with the little blender. I always tell you that I'll show you that blender, but I can't. Can you see? Gis ngeen fii lay jël rek nga wol sa grain yépp muy sa laurier, cumin, coriander, grain de coriander, grain de moutarde. Yaa ma gën a xam seetal tam leneen lu la saf waaye bu leen si def yeneen saf-safal. And my black pepper sometimes, but this time around I didn't add black pepper here because I added it to the Scotch bonnet pepper. So just make sure you mix everything here and there, and then we're going to be adding it here as well. Yeah, so I'll put this on the side. Like I always like to keep some. Let me add more because this has a very nice flavor enhancing taste, especially the mustard seeds. That's my paprika. Just put a decent amount, normal paprika. You can put the smoke, it depends when you're mixing your seasoning, because this is a base. It's just the seasoning base. You can take it out, put it in a bowl, then you can add your other seasoning here and there and then mix something up. But just for the base, let's stick to basics and natural ingredients. That's my turmeric as well. I'm just gonna be adding turmeric. It's a very natural flavor enhancer as well. It doesn't taste of curry. A lot of people think that turmeric tastes of curry. Li muy sun turmeric nga xamne nak ñu bari dañuy faral di foog ne dafay mel ni curry waaye moom nekkut curry. So dafa saf, am na goût ba pare baax na pour sa santé. Very good for your liver. Very good. Turmeric is just A plus for your health. So I always put it in my seasoning because I cannot take the supplements or drink the supplements or drink it with water, because a lot of people do drink it with water. It's recommended for your health and especially a healthy liver. But what I concentrate is I just try and put it as much as possible in my cooking and integrate it there. So hopefully very soon I'll start drinking that pill. Okay, gis ngeen lii daal pour sa foie bi baax na si lool moo kay. Waaw ñuy bàyyi xel si foie yi. Gis nga nag tooga tam bokka na si de. Sooy looy munti def rek tamit seetal li nga def nga xam ne tam tegu na si yoon. Nekkul ne li nga def danga ko bugg a wone ne man maa mën ba tax nga jël di lor nit ñi. Defal li natural nga wol ko nga gis ne lii dina mun a saf si lu nekk amul lu munta safalut. Su la neexee na nga bugg a yokka yeneen yooyu mun nga koo yokka waaye base bi daal à la base emale leen ko fii. oregano muy sun épice mélange muy sun herb, sun oregano normal herb la. So we're going to be adding the oregano, normal, natural. That's it. So here I've got some soy sauce. I do this for color purpose, so I always add my soy sauce for color purpose. And last, our onion powder. I'm not a big fan, I'm not criticizing it, but because I've added onion, I'm just gonna add a little bit of it there, and that's about it really. So let's look at this here. I've got my Maggi cubes here, and I've got my pink Himalayan salt. So what I do is I always blend these Maggi cubes. Just make sure you blend it. Whoa, it's so hard, so I'll have to blend it in the mortar and pestle. But what I do is I just add my Himalayan pink salt more, because you can see I've just got few Maggi cubes. Gis ngeen Maggi yu ndaw ngeen a jël. Gis ngeen yi ñun fii leen ko jaayee te lii dara jotu ko. Nit ñaa ko use. Maggi cube yu ndaw yi moom la ñuy jël nga toj ko. Def nag li si ëpp pink Himalayan salt. You can use black salt, you can use any salt of your choice, just to make sure you get off this stock seasoning. We don't need to use a lot, because a lot of something, everything, a lot of, I mean, because too much of everything is not good. So obviously we'll just try and take the minimum. Gis ngeen Maggi yu ndaw laa def rek suma paree dama leen a toj lii tamit. What I do with this is I just put it in a container as well. Whenever I'm cooking, you can always see that I've always got that powder there, and it's so easy. Ramadan is here, 30 minutes meal, quick fix with Barry Fem, the Barry Fem cooking show, and you'll be banging these recipes anyhow, I got you. Well, okay, gis ngeen su ko defee nag noonu laay defee nag sama xorom rek def ko sa poti boobu jàppee fasee ko sa kanam jàpp sa njàmbur lan toppa kaa bu tubee miir nga tub toppa ko xam ngeen ne fii la toppa kaayam. So you can see that it's getting to a point that my seasoning doesn't fit in here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a bigger bowl and mix it in there. So stay tuned. Barry Fem Kitchen will mix this seasoning, and I'll show you if you're seasoning chicken, how to do it with chicken, how to do it with fish, and how to do it with lamb. So these are all ideas for you, and you can just integrate them into your kitchen and make your cooking easy. So you can see I've just changed the container to make sure that it's easily mixed now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make sure everything is well mixed first. Gis ngeen amul benn ndox amul dara. Lii nag mooy technique nga defar sa seasoning. This can last you up. This lasts me up to 2 months, sometimes even 3 months, because the longer it stays in the fridge, surprisingly, the better it tastes. So you can just make sure you just follow the right steps to make your seasoning. Yena ma gëna xam ana suma xale yi góorgóorlu ñeme liggéey gëm sa boppa ngeen defar def seen pot dem jaay. Barry Fem nag lii la gis ngeen. So you just mix everything up. I'll also be putting all the ingredients in the description box. Gis ngeen si suuf daal suma video bi si suuf fi binda yi dee nekka wàcca press leen fa muy description bi foofu description box bi ngeen a bos ngeen dem foofu la recipe bi yëpp di nekka. Dinaa ko def si screen bi muy écran bi, waaye tamit foofu laa gën a yombee yow nga xam ne di nga ko mën a jël binda ko mun a xam nag lépp naka nga koo defee ndig naa ko jël organise ko foofu ba mu baax. You know we have to reduce too much salt, so I'll just add about 3 to 4 tablespoons. It's up to you and the amount you're putting, but like I said, make sure the greens are there. Do not put too much spring onions if you're making a small quantity. Just put a decent amount of spring onions. Make sure the garlic, bell peppers, and parsley, thyme, rosemary, those are the ingredients you need to concentrate on, because they're the main flavor enhancers. So right, let's just give it a good mix, and look at extra virgin olive oil. Healthy, nice, and tasty. It tastes like what's it called? It tastes like olive, so it gives it that olive taste. So let's drizzle this. Ooh la la. Let's drizzle. Can you see? So we start. This is to ensure it gives it a better consistency, guys. You can see the way it was just all clumped up in one, so this gives it a better consistency. Look at this. not only for Ramadan occasions, other occasion as well. This is a lifesaver. I always have this in my fridge, so whenever I'm cooking, it's just so easy for me to go in the fridge, take this out, and just get on with my cooking. Makes cooking looks a lot easier. So can you see? Yeah, so can you see? The more oil you add, you can see that it's having a better consistency. Li mo bayende ko il bi nak daf si ba. Waaw, bi huile d'olive ngeen dal di ko si def. Dal nak di ko yengal ni. Huile d'olive bi. Okay, def sun xorom bu em rek. Nek soy season, way defal sa ay mélange di nga ko mëna yokka def sa magek yeneen xeeti fem yi nga bëgg waaye yi ni mooy yi nga xam ne mooy base bi rek nga pare si jàpp sa ñàmbur foofaale. Magnifique. Right guys, everything is done. Voila, voila, voila. Look at how beautiful this looks. I've just put it in my this is another canister I've got just from Morrison's. Put it in here just for decoration purpose. Mbokk yi gis ngeen nag some seasoning ngeen daal di jël ma jox leen zoom, a better zoom. Look at how beautiful it looks. Nice. And here I've got just put some stuff around. I just want to show you a quick chicken seasoning. Whenever you're cooking any chicken of your choice, just make sure you can show you how to use this base as a good seasoning. So is it jerk seasoning, jerk chicken, or whatever chicken you're making?